right, hi everyone. Welcome back to We Asked for This, Deus Ex playthrough, Deus Ex Human Revolution playthrough, featuring myself, Joel, and my co-host Emily.
Hi.
So,
O-
Emily, during the break, I've been reading some emails,
Okay.
and our
Like, like your personal emails, Joel? Or do you want to talk about that on the show,
no,
or?
no, in game,
I know.
and turns out our good friend Greg Thorpe might be up to some shady business. Yeah, you get an email from some like shady sounding dude who only went by his first names or possibly last names. I'm not sure which. Um, Talking about getting a new shipment of some stuff in, and he wasn't being very specific about the details. So I'm
Hmm.
thinking it might not be all in the up and up.
What a mystery. I definitely don't know what that is, having played the
Yeah,
game for 110 hours.
right. Yeah. Hmm.
Do you
Uh,
remember what it is?
I have a sneaking suspicion. Yeah. Also, it turns out the Typhoon project that they've been working on is kind of important to Seraph Industries. The If they didn't get those shipments out, the company would probably be going bankrupt. So
That's
clearly,
great.
clearly, Mr. Seraph had some pretty strong incentives to send us in to deal with this.
Well, I mentioned in the prologue that that's how they got all their money is from military deals.
Yeah, apparently they went pretty far in the hole on research and development on this with the idea that selling them was going to make up the difference, but it was pretty tight.
Alex congratulating us on doing a good job and not
I
killing.
also I also really appreciate that just because she works for Seraph doesn't mean she's drinking the Kool-Aid.
Absolutely, she's like the good companion to Bridger's evil one. I guess I don't
Man,
know.
they
This
are
is actually not that bad. Hmm?
you ready to get back?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's nothing to do here.
We could have gone down and poked around some computers. Another 20 minutes of hacking.
We have to like go back in the level to do that though.
Ah, it's fine. Okay, I'm very disappointed because another thing I did while in between game sessions was throw a whole bunch of boxes over that wall, and I don't see any of them.
It's bullshit. 0 to 10.
Yeah, no, where's the persistent
Uninstall.
box technology items? Come on.
Eidos Montreal. Jeez.
Are you even being paid for?
That just kind of
Well,
appeared in the shot.
actually, at this point, not much of anything. I think they're working on Guardians of the Galaxy game or something.
Oh yeah?
Actually, they might be working on the Avengers. I can't remember now.
Yeah, I remember that they're not working on Mankind Divided Part 2. Like they
No, no, they're
like their
definitely
state
not.
card. I'm really sad because I like Deus Ex
It's
a lot.
very
I mean, I like
frustrating.
I like Marvel. Like, don't get me wrong, but Deus Ex is so good.
Well, what bothers me is the fact that they explicitly cut content out of Mankind Divided with the idea of it going into a follow-up game that now isn't getting made.
I mean, it might still get made, maybe, but
It's gonna
it's
be a
far
while,
off.
and like I feel like if they were gonna shelve the franchise for a while, they probably could have given us a more complete product.
Hmm. But
So,
corporate stuff gets in the way.
hey, that's a very appropriate conversation topic for this particular game.
I
So how are we feeling about these Augs so far? Um,
mean, I like them.
I think it felt pretty dang good.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Oh, I would have. Please, somebody, anyone, give me that choice.
Joel just wants to be a robot. Let Joel be a robot.
I want to be partially a robot.
Fair.
You want to get right up to that Vader limit, straddle it without crossing it.
Yeah, like Cameron, who I think would just straight up be a robot. I'm pretty sure it's Cameron who said that.
I mean, I can respect that.
I think we had a discussion before that if you got augmented, you'd want like you'd want it to be clearly like metal limbs.
Oh yeah, no, that's the other thing is there's two ways to go about it, and different people have different approaches for it. Um, Personally, I'm of the if I've got cool robot parts, I want them to look like cool robot parts. But I know
You
some people
see,
really like to go stealth mode and like they wanna still blend in and just have hidden abilities.
for me, it's not even about stealth mode. I just don't want my like hand to like be cold to the touch and hard to the touch. Like I want to feel like skin still.
Okay, I can understand that.
So that if I'm being intimate with people, I don't just have as a metal hand
Well, the thing
like
is, it doesn't have to be
groping
exposed.
somebody.
It doesn't have to be like exposed steel or titanium is the thing. Like there are other materials that can potentially that I mean you we can already build like machines that can like have exothermic properties or whatever, so that they'll give off heat like the human body would.
Well,
And like,
it's not even just the heat. It's like the softness and the pliableness of Flash. Or like instead of having this like hard metal hand like grabbing you,
well,
which I mean some people probably like a
well,
lot. I'm
so
just saying I don't want that to be
doesn't
me.
necessarily need to be hard, smooth, hard, cold, or smooth metal. Like there are other materials it could be made of that have more texture.
Well, like silicone over it, that skin.
Or you can have sleeves.
Sorry.
Or what if you had sleeves? So like it's something you can
Just like skin sleeves. That
right.
sounds horrible. That sounds disgusting. I mean, it's probably fine, but it just
Like
like, oh, I was gonna put my skin on.
yeah, well, hang on, let me reupholster my arm.
Before we get down to business here, just let me. I mean, it would be cool to have like more than one option. Like, I'm assuming you wouldn't be able to buy like multiple Augs unless you were like super rich. But it'd be kind of cool to like, oh, I'm gonna use this arm today. That'd be kind of cool, but
Yeah, put on your business hand for when you're at work and you need to look presentable.
mm-hmm.
Swap out for your fighting hand when you're going out.
Yeah, because I always go out to fight people. That's what I do on Saturday nights.
I mean,
my life is actually just a beat 'em up game.
sure. I mean, yeah, of course. I assumed as much.
I walk the streets and then the thugs come out and then we fight.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense to me.
And then I punch a trash can and a chicken falls out of it and I'm like, fucking score! And I eat it. The entire chicken right there in one bite.
Oh, see, I'm more of a wall chicken fan myself. Like,
yeah, no, I've done that too.
Like canned chicken, like you don't know what else has been in that can. At least in a wall, you can kind of assume that it's probably fine.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'll have both. Like if I'm in Dracula's castle, I'm not going to turn up a wall chicken. Believe me.
Anything interesting in here?
According to the instruction manual, it's actually a pork chop, though.
Really?
In Castlevania. Yeah.
I don't think I can get on this level. I don't think there's anything on it.
Get on my level.
Pocket secretary. Oh, I bet you there's some secrets in here.
I was gonna say this earlier. I like how in the future everyone has pocket secretaries instead of their fucking phones.
Right? Yeah. It's. I mean, again, gameplay contrivance, but yeah, it's weird to have these little. Like, it's basically a super futuristic notepad that's probably way more expensive and easier to lose.
Yeah, like the implication that you have like an ebook that's just one book is ridiculous. But that's what they have in this game.
It's like stores where they replace the price sheets with iPads.
They just have a ton of those. They just give them
Right.
out like nothing.
All right.
Even if you're at the level of like manufacturing, we can manufacture them that often and have it be that cheap. It still would be wasteful.
Easier.
Yeah, or just have like your one iPad and not like 16.
Right. Yeah. That's the real benefit to digital right there is you have one device that can cover everything.
That's like the one thing I like about digital comics is like I don't have a lot of space in my house or even digital books without even going into comics. But comics, I read them more.
Oh man, there must be something great behind here.
Yeah, there's a revolver.
I got some ammo for that.
I think one of the computers has a code for it.
Yeah, I assume we can probably
hack a lot. So But I was going to say that digital comics is like, and the digital books, like I don't have a lot of space in my apartment to keep all these physical things, and like
Right.
especially with comics, is like even if I can have a space for it, they get destroyed so easily,
Oh yeah,
and
no,
then I can
yeah.
never.
Comics have never been a huge thing for me physically because like you can't even really display them nicely.
Hmm.
Like there's just like I like having books on my bookshelf because they, look nice on a shelf. But with comics it's just this row of unreadable like
Yeah, like if you can store
binders.
comics, you're storing them in like either filing cabinets or long boxes, which isn't that interesting to look at.
Nope. And if you want to find one, like you have to shuffle through all this stuff to get the one you want. Like it's not practical.
Well, with digital comics, I can have like what I could put in like 100 long boxes in like my one device.
Yep.
So it's really nice.
Any of these are hackable.
I remember I was talking about digital comics. I was on a date with a guy once, and we were talking about my artwork, and I mentioned that the digital comics are good, and I would distribute it. And he's like, "Oh, but it's got to suck for the creators of all these digital comics because like it's so much better for the reader to have his physical thing." And I'm like, I don't care how people read my stuff as long as they're reading
Right. Actually,
it.
for creators, I think a lot of times digital's better because there's less cost. Like you can
Less
make more
costs,
off of
way
your.
easier, and way easier to distribute.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to digital stuff. So yeah, I was like, no, like I mean, I don't really care if they're reading it physically or digitally as long as they're reading it. That's what I care about. I think we should distribute our audio entropy podcast of cassette tapes that we mail to people.
You know, I I think some real benefit in that. Like one of the things that really made Mystery Science Theater popular was the whole, keep circulating the tapes thing.
Oh yeah, totally. Who the fuck is cassette players anymore? Even record players have come back into fashion, but cassette players aren't exactly
Yeah, I have a record
that
player.
stage yet. Yeah, record players are. I mean, like, there's modern bands who release their albums with like on records because people like records. But
Yeah,
I don't think
it's
cassettes are at that stage yet. I'm not saying
I
they
don't
never will be,
I could
but
see them. I don't think like there's a practical value to vinyl as a format. Both in sound quality and in preservation of media. Like for instance,
mm-hmm.
there's a lot of albums that were originally released on vinyl that the master copies were subsequently lost or damaged, so they literally cannot reproduce those records anymore. Um, a notable example for me was the Moody Blues Days of Future Past, which came out in like 1968.
X-Men comic.
No, predates the X-Men, in fact. Also, past is spelled differently, like
Oh,
time passing. Um,
oh, PASSED.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh, this one's open.
Don't
The
mind me. I'm
masters
just in
for
your
that were
office.
lost in like a fire or something. So when they did the CD release of that album years later, they had to remaster it completely because they didn't have the all the material to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which means that cuts of several of the songs are significantly different on the CD and like any digital copies of it that exist these days
Oh, that's
than they
interesting.
were originally. So like there's versions of some of those songs that can only be heard on the original vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the resurgence of phonographs is kind of nice for that stuff like that. Um,
Yeah, look at this phonograph.
I
Sorry.
I just don't think cassette as a format has a whole lot of value.
No, probably not.
Like I could definitely see it becoming a thing just as like a
Cool
um
retro thing.
yeah, exactly. But I don't think it'll ever reach the same popularity vinyl has.
Mm-hmm.
So that was very much a
Right of its time.
well yeah, it was an sort of an intermediary sort of technology where it filled a need in the time that it existed, but since then we found better things to fill that same need.
Mm-hmm. And CDs and now MP3 players. Or your phone, which is also an MP3 player.
Yeah, pretty much.
I remember when I used to have like a mini disc player in my flip phone.
Oh
That
man,
was fun.
mini disc. No, there was an intermediary technology.
I remember I asked my dad for an MP3 player for Christmas or my birthday or something, and he got me a mini disc player instead because someone at the store said it was better, and it's not better.
There were perks to it, but overall it was, yeah, not better.
And eventually, I got an iPod through uh our internet service provider. Gave out like
Oh,
a reward.
okay.
Like here's an iPod. Like I think it was one of the smaller ones. It might have been an iPod Mini.
Okay.
Remember, I used that for like a long time. And then I had my flip phone, like I said, but now and then I had an iPhone eventually, and now I'm on a Samsung.
The very first MP3 player I bought with my own money. It was 256 gigabytes of storage, and it cost like $80.
Mm-hmm. Again,
I could fit
I got my iPod for
like
free, so I
20
don't know what
songs on
it
it, I think.
was. That there's a memorial for the people who passed.
Oh yeah.
There's a photo of them all. She all saw all of those people in the opening intro thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Lim stands for something. I don't remember exactly what it is though. But yeah, like, the idea of those newspapers, like here's this like tablet newspaper. It's just a newspaper that you're gonna throw out.
So
Like
my understanding is that these they beam updates to it.
it just seems like the way they're lying around everywhere that they're probably. It feels like they release these every week kind of thing.
I think
That plant was in the way for a bit. Did you hear the conversation where a girl's talking to her, talking about if people came in, if they were attacked again, she'd be the first one to die because she's a receptionist.
So
But she doesn't explicitly say that, but it's implied.
I'm gonna be paranoid because it feels like something Jensen should do. I know this is just telling you where his office is, but
I like his office. Vision!
it is weird that she tells him where his office is.
Well, it might have moved, but it doesn't, but it might have.
I just wanted to make small talk with the front desk person because I feel like it's good to be on good terms with your front desk person.
Yeah.
All right.
If some people around here will chide you or like congratulate you on being all pacifist and stuff, other people will be like, "How did you? You're a psychopath. You killed everybody." Kind of depending on what you did.
Right.
Richard will say something.
Oh, okay. I'm actually gonna have to jettison something because I want those.
That stop worm is good.
Yeah. Drop a grenade.
Don't just drop a grenade here. Kill everybody.
Yeah, if this works on Fallout rules, or I can just give Pritchard the grenade and then he blows up.
Although, and you literally can't kill anyone in this area, though.
Right.
They made it so you couldn't use weapons in this one area because it would just royally fuck up the game if you could kill people in Seraph Industries.
Oh yeah, no, like you'd be boned.
You just kill Pritchard.
Oh,
like,
see,
Gandhi.
Yeah,
oh, so
Gandhi
you're
was cool with, killing the
enough
occasional person.
I mean, maybe,
Killing
I don't
was a
know.
sometimes activity, not an all-the-time activity. It's at the top of the morality pyramid.
You're still on the good route. We're not doing a no mercy run.
Sorry, I wanted to make an Overwatch joke there, but I couldn't.
Oh Jesus! I was thinking Undertale jokes, so that's fun. A no mercy run? I guess. I mean, Ana's a decent healer.
See, from the Undertale perspective, I feel like I want to get the neutral ending before I go for the bad or the good endings. So.
I mean, you literally can't get the full true pacifist ending in your first playthrough.
Right.
You have to like play it not necessarily multiple times, because I think you can like once you get like the normal neutral pacifist ending, it'll let you like kind of continue not exactly at the beginning. I don't remember exactly where it puts you. It's been a while since I played that. But yeah, and then you have to beat it again Get the pacifist ending. You ever played Undertale?
Nope.
Like
The
it's been spoiled
the
too much to
combat.
enjoy it.
I've watched LPs of it.
Okay,
The combat system in that would not work for me. I can't do
gotcha.
bullet hells.
I love it, but I understand. I think it's actually a pretty good like introductory to bullet hells because it's not that tough for a bullet hell unless you're doing
Well, and
like
it's the bullet hell stuff is brief segments. It's not as relentless as a real bullet hell would be.
yeah, and even the parts where it gets really hard on a pacifist route, it doesn't get that hard. It like once you get to like the no mercy run, then yeah, you're gonna have a hard time because like specific boss fights are very difficult in that game in the no mercy run.
They'll want to make you earn it.
Some of the boss fights are easier, like, but other ones are just really hard. Like the hardest boss fight in the game is the last boss on No Mercy, which I won't say just in case people still
I
haven't
mean that
gotten there. But
that makes sense. Like that, you'd think you'd want that. All right, how are we gonna be with Boss Man here?
mm, I'll say redirect.
Redirect. All right. I feel like that's a good way to deal with somebody with a guy with as much ego as David Seraph has.
Yeah, I do like how you can play like good boy or like kind of rebel against him in these
Yeah.
scenes.
I've got a spoiler for you, Adam. You're in the world of Deus Ex. Literally everything is a shell game. Even the shell game is just a shell for another game.
That one animation he just did where he puts his hand on his chin and moves it back, that's going to happen 100,000 times in this playthrough.
Look,
With
they
different,
spent money
various
making
different
that. They're gonna make
NPCs.
use of it. So you wanna? Are we sub or
Let's see what,
dom on
can, I,
this?
can I see their, and what's the play state? Are we subbing or doming? God damn it, Joel. um, let's tell him off. Fuck this
Whoops!
guy.
I'm sorry, I picked the wrong one.
Joel, you just can't get out of your sub mode. I understand. Not everyone can be a Switch.
All right, do we want to just? I can push back a
um,
little bit now if you want.
let's do that one because it is not legal. He wants me to break us into a police station and steal evidence.
Now, granted, the way I'm about to play Adam Jensen, he is gonna have absolutely no problem with breaking into places and stealing things.
We'll say no then for this part, but we should point out that it's illegal first.
Right.
Figured I'd point it out. Seraph's like really willing to be bad to get what he wants, though.
Well,
As you see,
he owns a very large tech company. I feel like that explains a lot about his morality.
well, I mean, it sounds like he's pretty good to his employees based on like emails and stuff in the game, but he's willing to break other people's toes,
Right? Yeah. Well,
like look out of his
that's
family.
pretty emblematic
I
of
mean, I
the
guess he
tech
isn't that good
industry.
because he did fuck over Jensen by making him more augmented than he needed to be.
Hey, Athena.
Hmm.
She's a really good design for the secretary too, because she's absolutely the like chief admin assistant like type. Like I've worked at companies that had somebody like this working for the CEO or whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't have that perspective because I've only ever worked like retail or kitchen jobs.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, and this is the person you want to get to know at a company too, because they know a lot, and they're usually pretty interested in talking as much as they're able to. So, if you befriend them, you can get ahead of a lot of things at a company.
hmm
All right, I'm gonna swoop
I
through
find it
bath.
really,
I'm gonna
I find
swoop
it
through
really
bathroom
hard
with you.
to, I find it really hard to like understand the people who are anti-og because like
Well,
it really doesn't matter what your body's made of as long as like you're you and you're happy. But
I mean,
I know I also know people who get like disgusted at piercings in real life. So
right, yeah, like I was gonna say, there's plenty of analogs to that in real life of people
oh
caring
yeah,
a
totally.
lot about other people's bodies.
Oh absolutely. It just seems like from it seems like such a no-brainer that augmentation is good to me. But I guess like there are people who are like that.
I mean, you look at there are people who get bent out of shape about like science stuff today, like even like medical advances and
Absolutely.
like you can have very clearly proven good things and people will still fight against
Oh
it.
yeah, believe me, I understand being discriminated against for trying to change your body, but like, I'm just saying like when I like when you can
You
straight
got
up
any
just
more,
make
buddy?
yourself better with like a robo arm, or even like for people who are like like war amps, like she mentioned before. Like, why would you push it back against that? But yeah,
Right.
it's people are shitty. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So this guy is so busy rehearsing ways to greet me that he hasn't noticed I'm standing here.
Oh yeah, I don't actually hear him, so I didn't realize he was doing that. But yeah, oh, I saw a subtitle for that line.
Yeah, no, the first one he was like, I forget exactly what he said, but something like, um, hey, I've been waiting for you for a while or whatever. It's like, oh no, that's terrible. That makes it sound like I'm his girlfriend or something.
I fucked up. It's an F bomb in this game.
Mature audiences.
Yeah, it's rated 17 plus.
Oh boy, that's always a rough. I need that footage back. That's always a that's always one you want to kind of worry about.
Avoid, yeah. Why still neuropathy? God, his voice is so good, Jensen. I can't hear it, but I know it. It's good.
His vo Jensen's voice is basically the voice I typically do in D&D.
Oh yeah, for that character you have that I
Well,
drew.
for most characters I play,
Yeah, you go for like a hardened
I
guy.
like being the sort of gruff, serious guy, especially because I oftentimes end up getting stuck playing with people who like to either rush in to stuff or don't take stuff terribly seriously. It's kind of fun to be the guy going, God damn it, guys, we need to actually be smart about this.
Yeah, totally. I played so many different like every character I've played has been very different from each other in tabletop games. Like my first ever tabletop character was just like a dumb fighter.
So hang on a sec. Do we want to do this? You want to
Oh
help this
yeah,
guy out?
absolutely do
All right.
it because it like results in a pretty good thing. But yeah, like and then I think my like next major character was like a drow wizard. He's kind
Same
of
thing,
like
basically.
a dumb fighter compared to a Drow wizard. Yeah. The Drow wizard was a bit like kind of conniving and secretive, and I remember the next character I played was like this air sorcerer, an elementalist guy who was kind of like more like cheerful and upbeat.
I could get the vision cones right now. I've got enough practice for it, but I don't know how. I probably won't need them for a little while. So, what else we got here? Don't really need
Actually, my
those.
it's interesting. My current RPG character that I'm playing mostly was inspired a lot by Jensen. He's a cyborg ninja.
Run silently can be useful in stealth mode. Jump enhancement can be nice. Man, really all the leg ones are pretty good.
Yeah,
Cloaking system I really love.
Cloak
Be a
System
bit
is
of a
definitely one
crutch.
we should get soon.
Um,
It's fine, not a crutch.
Anchor's landing system's
I
great.
feel like we should get either like double takedown or like the invisibility.
Ooh, punch through walls can be good too, because you miss out on content without it.
Mostly though, you just results in you like being able to kill people,
It's true.
and we're not going for killing.
Not too much anyway.
No, if we need to,
You gotta kill a little sometimes, you know. Just to,
could get,
just to feel alive.
we could get the Casey mod.
Yeah.
Og,
I don't know,
rather.
it's just...
That's why I'm
I
saying
feel like we
mod,
get
because I'm trying to
so
combine
much...
mod and Og together.
I feel like we get so much more use out of unlocking these other abilities. Because you can
Well,
get plenty of stuff
pretty
done in
soon.
conversations without them.
Sure, pretty soon, but you need the Casey mod. The Casey Og helps with something that's fairly soon with getting into police station. Although there's other ways to getting into police station besides talking to that one guy, but. And
Yeah.
I've beaten that conversation with that guy without the Casey Og a few times, but
Aim stabilizer, nah. Also, the radar is just ranged. I think I'm gonna unlock the stealth enhancer to start with.
I guess you have a sound. You get one more Og.
Yeah. Vision. I definitely want to get vision cones at some point. I can't really unlock any of this stuff right now.
I never got much use out of marking targets in this game.
I've never really used it.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh, I'm gonna say that you should go for recharge over more batteries.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because you can only recharge your first 2 batteries anyways.
Yep.
So having more batteries isn't that useful.
Yeah, unless you're really stocking up on energy bars.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna save up because I think I'm just gonna save up because unlocking more Augs overall is a pretty good opening.